a human being?
Wow.
Hold on, can you submit to a human being the same exact way as you submit to God, and that's not worship?
Well, the Greek word latrevusi, no. That's the only word for submission for God. Like, literally, you should not bow down to them or serve them.
Wait, hold on.
You can't give latrevusi into a human being.
Wait, I'm asking specifically, is there a problem with me submitting to a human being in the same exact way as I submit to God?
There is an issue with latrevusin. So the Greek words, obviously, because I'm using the Septuagint, right? Because that's what I believe in, right? So the only word for submit when it applies to God is latrevusin. Other words like proskinesis, right, are fine. Proskinesis is fine. You can give proskinesis to anybody. But latrevusin, you can only give it to God. That's why when we translate, for example, in Exodus, we say, you shall not bow down to them, nor either serve or submit to them. So latrevusin. So I want to ask you, is latrevusin given to any other human being in the Bible apart from like a Jesus character?
You can't. Wait, no, wait, hold on.
I can't flipping questions right now. I can't ask.
We're not
I can ask because I gave an answer. Korra, you know I can. Korra, you know I can as well. Korra, answer the question. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Oh my goodness.
Do you agree?
Oh my goodness.
Do you agree?
So we already agree that there is a form of submission that can be given to God and humanity simultaneously.
Proskinesis can be given to both.
Can you liken it to the worship? Wait, can you liken it to the submission of God?
Can you liken it to the submission of God? No, because we have a different word in Greek for that.
Wait, so if I say that I submit to somebody just as I submit to God, is that a problem?
If you say I give proskinesis to this man the same way I would give proskinesis to God, that's fine because you're just doing an action of genuflexure. So if I bow to the king,
so I can submit
and
to,
I bow to the. Can I finish my point, Korra? Korra, can I finish my question?
What
can I finish my point? What
you
a crazy clip from that was! But I never said that. Korra, did I say that? Did I say that? Korra, did I say that? Korra, did I say that? Korra, did I say that? I didn't say that. So I said you can give a particular genuflexure to a king, and you can give a genuflexure to God. However, you can't submit. You can't submit. You can't submit because you can't give latrevusin. Like I said, Korra.
Oh my gosh. So
Korra, you can't give latrevusin.
My question was explicitly this. My question was specifically this. And he had no problem with it. Can you liken the submission of humanity to the submission of God? Can you say that I submit to this human being just as I submit to God?
And this is my answer the same way. I said submission in Greek means latrevusin. You can't give that to a human being. But proskinesis, which can be translated in English to submission, can be given to human beings and God. But I'm not saying you can submit to God in this way. Because when we say I'm gonna finish my point because I let you speak. So my point clearly was that you can't give latrevusin, which means submission. So you can't do that. So you can't clip farm me out of context. Otherwise, you're being dishonest. But you can give proskinesis to a man and you can give proskinesis to God at the same time. But you haven't brought a verse yet. Is there any other verse where latrevusin is given to any man?
Perfect. Don't worry. We're
you can't bring it, can you? You can't bring it, can you?
Wait, hold on. He dodged the question that
Korra,
I
you
asked.
can't bring it, can you?
I didn't ask about the specific form of worship only being given to God, also simultaneously being given to man.
No. I was talking to you about submission. I was talking about submission.
Hold on. We're talking about submission. So let me ask you.
Yeah, and submission means latrevusin in Greek. That's the thing.
Hold on. Is there
Korra, bring the verse.
There is a Greek word that is used, and you agree, proskuneo is used not just for God, but also for human beings, and it's not exclusively some sort of worship.
Wait, what did you say?
Proskuneo.
What?
Proskuneo.
You mean proskinesis?
Okay, brother, you don't need to start spamming random words.
No. Proskinesis is the word that you're saying.
Is that given?
Proskinesis is just bowing down.
To God? Wait, hold on. Is that given only to God, or is that given to God and man?
What does the term proskinesis mean?
Wait, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, what is proskuneo, the word that you're using? Proskuneo.
Predicated to both God and man.
What does the term proskuneo mean?
Can you wait? Hold on. It can be reverence. It can be respect, or whatever it may be.
Okay. Does it ever mean submission?
Wait, can it be predicated to God?
Does it ever mean submission?
Wait, answer my question.
Does it mean submission, Korra?
Just as I answered yours.
Does it mean submission? I will after this. Does it mean submission?
Can it be predicated to man?
She doesn't know. Oh my gosh, you don't know. Korra, Korra, wait, Korra. Remember, we're talking about submission.
Can it be predicated to God and man simultaneously?
Korra. Look. I can answer your question.
I'm asking you a question.
And I'm answering.
Can it be predicated to God and man simultaneously?
I'm answering.
It's a yes or no question. Can it be predicated to God and man simultaneously?
It means, it means submission? Is that what you're saying? I just want to be clear.
No, I never made that claim.
So it doesn't mean submission?
No, never made that claim.
So It doesn't mean submission.
Never made the claim it meant submission.
So then we should talk about the word that means submission, correct?
But you're the one that mentioned that word, so we're talking about it now.
I talked about that word because it doesn't mean submission, Korra.
I am understanding that. I'm asking you, can the word that you use be predicated to God and man?
So the word that I use for submission is latrevusin. Can we use that?
We're not talking about that word anymore. We're talking
yes,
about
we are. We're talking about the word submission. Korra, we're talking about the word submission.
Not anymore. You mentioned
yes, everyone. Wait. So we're not talking about submission anymore, Korra. So we're not talking about submission anymore. Hold on, Korra. So we're not talking about submission anymore. So we're not talking about submission anymore.
Answer the question.
So we're not talking about submission anymore.
Predicated to both God
so we're
and
not
man.
talking about submission anymore.
Answer the question.
I just want to be clear about what I'm trying to answer. Korra.
Wait,
I don't know what I'm trying. I don't know what I'm trying to answer because I want to be clear with you. So when you say when you say hold on because remember we're talking about submit to man the way we submit to God. That's what we're charitably doing. But the problem is I brought the Greek word which means submission, which is latrevusin, or in your terms latrevo. Okay. Now, you haven't brought a verse that has that specific word. I brought proskinesis to show you there are times where proskinesis is given, but that's not submission. We know that. We both know that because you never made that claim.
Wait, is it worship?
No, it's not absolutely worship in every case. That's the difference.
But it can be. But it can be, correct?
It can be worship given the context. Given the context, yeah. There are times, for example, for example, right? When Christ is given proskinesis, obviously establishing the fact that he's God already, then given to God is given to.
If you presuppose that he's God, yes. If you presuppose that he's God, sure.
But if there's a person, hold on, I want to be clear. So hold on, I was in the middle of my point.
However,
repeat my position. What's my position?
I understand your position.
I was about to add something.
It's predicated to the Father, the Son. Yeah.
No. Not exactly.
It is referring to worship.
Not exactly.
If it's predicated to a mere human being,
not exactly. Not exactly. Not exactly.
Do you agree or do you disagree with what I disagree.
I disagree with what you said because it's not complete. Because I was in the middle of speaking. So what I was saying.
Do you disagree with what I said? Wait, hold on. Is there any portion of what I said that is incorrect?
Incorrect in as much as it's incomplete, yes, because things can be incorrect as much as they're incomplete. So as I was saying, Korra, the caveat to that, and this is even seen in the literature and the text as well, is when you give particular deference to someone in a combination. So for example, God could accept the genuflectures that you would give to a human being, like normal particular actions. Like if I physically bow down to a king, I could, just as that same particular physical action, not the intention behind, just the physical action, I could do the same thing to God when I do it in the temple, for example, right? Now, the difference between the proskinesis for God is that's usually given alone. But there are times where God and creatures are together, and creatures simply bow in respect towards the place, so they're given that particular veneration, and that's it. Now, what I'm looking for is the word for submission, because the conversation is on submission. Is there any word for submission?
No, I mentioned obedience, and then I mentioned submission. Wait, hold on. I mentioned obedience first, then I mentioned submission, and you mentioned reverence and respect and so on and so forth.
But Korra, remember, the reason why
rambling, so you're gonna
it's not a ramble, you know that. The reason why it's not ramble, you know it's not rambling. I do want to let you speak because I don't want to be uncharitable. I don't want to be uncharitable, but what I'm saying is
now you are going to let me speak. So the problem,
I want to let you speak, but I need to make sure that we're not strawmanning each other in this case. So that's what I want to do.
You gave me an wait, hold on. I mentioned submission, and you said, okay, there is a word that is used exclusively for
submission.
And then there are
not for God.
I am aware. However, the point that I'm making now is, because now we're talking about what you mentioned, and we're going to expound on it a little bit,
that's not the point that I'm saying. That's not the point that I'm saying.
Can be predicated. Wait,
that's not the point that I'm saying. That's not the point I'm saying. And you know that as well, but I'll critique you.
You're going to have to let me talk. Now, the issue is, I'm asking you very simply, when we're speaking about the Greek word that we just used with regards to reverence or respect,
no, the one for obedience, the one for obedience, the one for obedience.
About obedience and
yes, we are, Korra. Yes, we are. You've been following the conversation. Are you not tracking?
Wait, hold on. We're talking about reverence and respect. We're talking about the Greek word that is given to, according to you, Jesus. And if you presuppose that he's God,
this is crazy. You know, chat can see this. This is the problem.
This is so embarrassing.
This is a bad look, Korra.
You are panicked.
I'm not
You
panicked.
are
I'm just saying that this is a
interrupting
bad
because
look
are
for you.
panicked.
This is a bad look
So
for
let
you.
me ask you this.
But here's what I'll
Let me
do.
ask you this.
I'll let you
Is
finish
there
all
a
your
problem?
sentences.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Wait, okay. So, wait, I'm just going to ask a simple question. Is it problematic if I say that I give proskuneo to a human being just as I give it to God?
That if I give proskinesis to a human being the same way that I would give proskinesis
Just
to God.
as I give it to God.
Oh, at the same time, there's no problem with saying that I give some sort of physical genuflexure because
In the wait, if I
proskinesis
liken it to God,
means
if I say in the same way, if I say I'm specifying, if
Yeah.
I say I give proskuneo to a human being just as I give it to God, is that a problem? Yes or no?
it doesn't mean obedience and it doesn't mean submission. So you're just talking about the physical action.
Is it a problem?
So it doesn't mean that.
Liken it to the reverence and respect that I give to God.
Wait, you're changing the term now. You're trying to employ. You're trying to pump in this particular thing.
Proskuneo to a human being just as I give it to God, is that a problem? Just as, in the same way, is that an issue?
That particularly is an issue because it's not submission.
Oh, it's not an issue?
No.
So I can give proskuneo to a human being just as I give it to God?
Yeah, in this Second Corinthians, look.
You're done. That's a wrap up right there.
How's that a wrap up? Do you want to see the verse?
Proskuneo to a human being just as you give it to God. That's
Yeah,
a
you can.
wrap up right there.
Do you want to see it?
You're finished, you polytheist.
Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it, Korra? Do you want to see it, Korra?
Oh my God.
Korra, do you want to see it?
You can give proskuneo to a human
Yeah.
just as you give it to God, my friends.
Yeah.
We're all done here. Thank you so much.
How are
Siiig.
we
You're not
done?
even
Hold on.
worth
Don't
and
run,
you
don't run,
probably already
Korra.
know what
Korra,
speakers
don't
are,
run.
man.
Don't run, Korra, because I have the verse for you. Do you want me to show you the verse? And she ran away. Chat, she ran away. But I want to show you guys the verse. This is the verse that I have here. The verse literally says, "Now bless the Lord your God," and they bowed themselves before God and the king. So this is a verse where the term proskinesis is used. Obviously, that's not an issue. So I don't know why she ran away. This is the same term. And I wanted to show her. I literally wanted to show her. So First Chronicles, I believe, is First Chronicles 29. No, not Second Chronicles. That's Second Chronicles. If I go to First Chronicles 29, the same deference is used.